Here's a half-life problem that's been bugging a lot of you. So we have this M&M placed in your mouth, has a half-life of 1.3 minutes, assuming that you don't chew on it. Obviously, if you bite it, it's less time. If an M&M weighs 2 grams, how long will it take until it weighs only 0.1 grams? So here's the initial formula for exponential growth or decay, right? The amount equals P0 is the initial amount times e to the kt, where k is some growth factor. And the thing that's been bugging a lot of you with this problem is you want the problem to be over in one step, but it's actually 2 steps, because not only am I looking for t, but I don't know what k is when I start the problem. So the first step in the problem is to find k. The thing that we have in our favor, though, is we know that the half-life is 1.3 minutes. And we'll use that to help us to find k, and then we'll go on and we'll get the answer. Okay, so let's set up the problem. When you set up the problem for a half-life, exponential growth and decay doesn't determine an exact amount. It's all about percentages. So you can set up half however you want. But if you want something that will be consistent with the problem, let's use the initial amount as 2, which means in terms of half-life, we want to know what will happen when there's only 1 gram left. And so that's E. We know how long it takes for a half. That's 1.3 minutes, and we're solving for K. All right, so now let's just do the solving. So first step, divide by 2. So now I've got 0.5 equals E to the 1.3K. And now I need to take the natural log of both sides. And the reason I do that is because then the natural log and the e cancel away and just leave the exponent. So I've got the log of 0.5 equals 1.3k. Now it's just regular algebra. And so I end up with k equals, and if I divide the natural log of 0.5 by 1.3, I get negative 0.5332. And it makes sense that it's negative if you're dealing with a decay problem, because k has to be negative for exponential decay. All right, so now we're halfway through. So now I have k. Now I just need to find the time, the actual answer that the question is asking me for. So I want to know, when will this M&M weigh 0.1 grams? And I know I have an initial amount of 2. And now I know the k value is 0.5332, and I'm looking for time. Okay, so we actually solve it the same exact way we just solved the other one. Just this is time instead of the constant. So we'll divide by 2 first. So now I'm left with 0.05 equals e to the negative 0.5332t. Then I want the natural log of both sides. So that our natural log and e can cancel out. So now I have the natural log of 0.05 equals negative 0.5332t. Divide both sides. And we end up with t equaling 5.62 minutes. I don't think I've ever kept an M&M in my mouth for that long, but there's your answer.